Hey guys, I'm back and I got something awesome from Olight. So Olight has sent me two products recently. You might have already seen the M1T Raider video. In that I talked about the M2R Warrior. Here's the M2R Warrior. This thing is an awesome light, 1500 lumens. It's got some great features. They sent me this sample, like the M1T, in conjunction with their cool, their Elite promotional event coming up. So there's details for that event in the video description. In the video description, you're also going to find links to my 3 other Olight reviews. So I got to tell you the truth, I've already opened this thing up and taken a quick look at it. I put everything back in though, but let's take a look at these specs first of all. So one of the different unique things about this is it's got its normal, modes of operation in terms of brightness, but it has 2 separate modes of operation. It's got its normal and then what they call the enhanced tactical mode. The enhanced tactical mode is what gives you access to this self-defense feature of the flashing strobe, which you can use as an emergency signaling device, but if somebody's up in your face and you need them to not be, you turn that strobe light on in their face and it's going to make them not want to be in your face. And that's what gives you access to the 1500 lumens of lighting power as opposed to the standard 1000 that's available in the normal mode. So inside you've got your light, comes with the battery installed. You've also got, oh I forgot, you've got your little, hey, you already own me, but here's a little paper about me. But then some information about some other products. Inside here, you've got a nice sheath. We'll look at that in a minute. You've got your magnetic charging cable. I love the magnetic charging cable. And you've got your lanyard. This is a really nice sheath as flashlight sheaths go. Number one, you've got, your kind of standard D-ring, so you can clip it onto gear if you want. Number two, you've got the ability to use it with webbing rigs and such, or you've got just a loop to put it on a belt or whatever. It's got padding in it. It's not just like a plain old sheath, so it's going to protect what's in there, and it's got some shape to it also. It's not just plain. It's got a really nice quick release buckle there that you can, for increased safety, place underneath this strap, which is the way it comes, so that it's not as easily activated. The light itself has the dual purpose clip, so you can use this, put it on the bill of a hat, to use it hands-free. It's a very deep carry clip, so this thing's going to go in your pocket and not get lost. It's not going to fall out. The clip is fully removable. You have 2 different functioning buttons here, and I'm going to have to explain how they work because you use them in conjunction with each other but also separately. Have I mentioned I love the light blue crown on Olight? I don't know why. Inside you've got an Olight 18650 rechargeable battery. To use the enhanced tactical features you need at least a 6 amp battery. So if you're going to use an aftermarket battery, you need to make sure you're replacing it with the correct one. So in this little package right here, you have a total of 8 different modes that you can use this light. You've got your strobe mode and your 1500 lumen turbo in your enhanced tactical mode, and then you have 6 other brightness levels, all the way from moonlight, which is 1 lumen, up to 1000 lumens in your regular standard operation strobe. So they function in different ways. You got to do different things to get them on, but you have a total of 8 different modes, so lots of options. So starting in your standard mode, this little side switch is how you're going to use your standard brightness levels. And it's very simple. I'm going to try not to point this, nice blue accent there. I'm trying not to point this right at the camera, but a single click turns it on, and holding the button down brings you through your standard brightnesses. And it just scrolls through it, and you stop the one you want. Now this only functions for your low, medium 1, medium 2, and high power, so 4 modes. And that is going to bring you from 15 lumens up to 700 lumens. If you want your moonlight, if you want your 1 lumen, you've got to hold it down. I am going to point this at the camera because it's only 1 lumen. and it turns on. And you know, we'll see how that works later on in the dark. Single click to turn that off. So there are 5 of your modes. This tail cap does 2 different things for us. Number 1, if you half click it or soft press it or whatever it is, that's going to bring you to your standard turbos. This is 1,000 lumens right now. If you fully depress it, that's going to leave your standard turbo 1,000 lumen light on. If you do anything with the side switch, that's going to immediately leave your turbo mode and bring you back to your scrolling. Now, your ultimate brightness, your 1500 lumens, is accessible through your enhanced tactical mode. And to do that, you hold down the tail cap and you press your side switch, and that activates your strobe. It's a 1500 lumen strobe. So now that you're in enhanced tactical, if you momentarily half click, you now have 1500 lumens of spotlight power. That's hot. I can feel the heat on my hand. That is a hot light. Or if you depress all the way, it doesn't remain on, but it gives you that strobe. And a 1500 lumen strobe, this is, like I said, self-defense wise, if somebody's attacking you in your face, yes, this is a non-lethal kind of thing, but that in their eyes is, I'm willing to say if somebody did that to me, that's going to disorient me, at least at a minimum. I'm sure it's going to cause some pain, possibly a headache. It's at least going to give you a chance to get some space and distance. If you are carrying an actual weapon, give you the distance to draw that weapon. But whatever, I'm just saying this can be used in a self-defense mode. It can also be used to signal, or give somebody seizures if you want, I guess. It does not remain on, though. Come on, focus. It's just a momentary thing. So that's how your enhanced tactical works. And to turn it off, you just hold down the tail cap and press the button again. This does, like I said, generates heat. But that's how you go through your 8 different modes. Weight on this is pretty good. I like it. It's a really good balance between having weight so you know it's in your hand and you know it's in your pocket or whatever. I like that because I like to know when it's not there. So if I'm carrying something and I drop it, I want to know it's not there anymore. But also, you know, it's fairly lightweight for the power it gives you. And with big hands, you know, like I said, it's got some good real estate to hold on to. Speaking of dropping, this thing is rated for a fall from 1.5 meters. And if you drop it in water, it's rated at IPX8. So what you can expect generally is at a minimum you can drop this thing. It'll conform to IPX7 standards. You can drop it in up to 1 meter of water for up to 30 minutes. Give or take a little bit more depending on manufacturer specifications. IPX8 means it doesn't conform exactly. The manufacturer might have their own test results, but you should be able to expect at a minimum IPX7, which is 30 minutes at 1 meter. But I'm excited to see how this thing performs later tonight in the dark. So, see you then. Alright guys, outside it is actually way brighter than normally doing these flashlight tests. We've got a perfectly clear sky with a bright full moon, so you might even be able to see some fingers wiggling. But I don't think that's going to affect the test that much because the camera even thought I had the lens cap on when I turned it on out here. So, for the first time ever, Aiden is helping me out with the flashlight test. Which is going to be pretty cool.
I'm here too.
So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to turn this thing to its full 1500 lumen brightness and test it out with, I guess you can kind of make out the piece of moon glow material. Yeah, the moon's like right bright above us, so. But I still don't think it's really going to affect how the test works because you can't see the reflective 550 cord off in the background. You can just barely see this piece of moon glow in the dark material in front of you. So the way we're going to do this test is we are going to use the brightest setting to charge up this glow-in-the-dark material to see, number one, how bright it glows for us right away, but then to see how the glow dissipates throughout the course of our test while we're out here, just to see how well the quality of the light is and how well it charges up the glow-in-the-dark material. Then we're also going to use the various light modes to see how much of the yard it lights up, how wide the field is, and how well it throws light downrange to reflect off some reflective 550 cord we have on the opposite end of the fence. I have the camera zoomed out a little bit more than normal this time. From where we have the camera set up to the fence line is about 50 feet or so. But I have the camera zoomed so it usually looks like it's only about 10 feet away, just because I want to get a good shot of that 550 cord. I have it zoomed about halfway out this time. So we'll see how it works. So first thing we're going to do, Nathan, this is what we got to do. This light is a little bit weird, so we've got to...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we got to switch it to its super, they call enhanced tactical mode. And I'm going to charge this up. This is going to be pretty bright, Aiden. We're going to count 10 seconds. Boy, that's hot. Okay, so that's a 10-second charge on that glow-in-the-dark. And that is, like, I could read by that light that it's giving off right now. That is super bright. In fact, I wonder if, where is it? Can we read the, nah, maybe not. Just trying to see if we can read the Olight markings or anything on the camera, on the flashlight. Yeah, we can. We can actually read the markings on the flashlight with the glow being given off by this glow-in-the-dark material.
That's pretty good glow.
That is. That's a remarkably bright glow right there. So that's cool. Now we'll see how this holds on to the glow and how well the light charged it up throughout the course of the test. Okay, I'm going to set it back to standard mode. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to actually do this one in a chair. I'm going to set it to its moonlight, so it's 1 lumen mode, lowest possible mode it has. And this is 1 lumen. It's my hand in front of the camera. So take a look down there. I can't even really, you can just barely see some light reflect off that 550 cord. Do you see it down there, Aiden, at all?
No.
Take a look at the camera right here. See it?
Yeah, you can see that on the camera.
I feel like we're doing Ghost Adventures here. There's a Tato that's in the yard, but you can't really see him. But yeah, the 1 lumen is doing, I mean, you can't see anything out here. Again, normally it's a lot darker when we do this test. There is a lot of light coming off that moon, but I don't know if 1 lumen is really gonna show up that much different. And you know, I'll have to scrutinize the video when we get it on the computer, because sometimes it looks different on the computer than on this little LCD screen. But I just see, I barely see it making out the 550 cord over there. Can't really see it in real life at all, but on the screen you can. I don't know if you guys can see Tato, who is in the 1 lumen light right now, standing there wondering why there's a light flashing around him.
We're doing Ghost Adventures.
Yes.
It's the ghost of
It's
Tato.
the ghost of Tato. Alright, so let's go through the regular modes now.
Oh.
Alright, so now we're going through the modes. So we've got low. Low power is still pretty good. You can see it's kind of a tight spotlight of light, not a lot, and I have the light right next to the camera, so the camera is seeing exactly what the light's throwing down range there. It's pretty good, lighting up that, highlighting that 550 cord. Let's go to the next mode, which is, I mean, this is bright enough for just about anything you need right now. Tato is now joining me at the camera, trying to figure out what's going on. Let's go to the next mode. This is medium 2, I think it's called. I mean, and you can see everything you need to see there.
Kind of reminds me of daylight.
It almost does. And then high, that's like a blazing spotlight. And you can see how wide the field of regard is for the light from one corner all the way to another corner. I mean, it's lighting up almost the entirety of what we're looking at.
I see little specks going around.
Those are little bugs and stuff. Yeah. So, very good light source. Nice wide view, lit up. Everything's nice and bright. You can now what I'm seeing on the LCD screen here is that when I put the center of the light on the 550 cord, it gets kind of whited out. In real life, I can see it nice and bright and reflective, shiny, like a red candy cane, red and white candy cane. We'll see how that looks on the computer. Now I'm going to turn this off, and we are going to go to the standard turbo, which is really bright. This is our 1000 lumens, which, you know what, the truth is, in this light, this is really the only way to tell it apart. So let's let the camera focus. Here's high, and then turbo is, it's a perceivable difference in real life, but on camera you really can't tell the difference that much. I can feel the difference in heat on the light, it is actually brighter. I don't know if you guys can actually tell the difference. Here it is again. High, turbo.
I can kind of see the difference.
Can you kind of see it?
Just like tiny bits.
One more time. High, turbo. You can kind of see that light kick on.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna go and test our they call enhanced tactical mode. So here's 1500 lumens, and this is like looking in real life. It's like looking almost at daylight. This is super bright. Whole backyard is lit up. In the camera LCD, I cannot see. Damn. Okay. In the camera LCD, I cannot see the 550 cord. In real life, again, nice, bright, reflective. I can see shadows all the way as far back. The neighbor's house all the way back there. Looks pretty spooky here, but I mean, it is super bright and super hot.
I just want to go get some sunglasses.
Yeah. And then the strobe. Tato does not seem to like the strobe.
As you can know,
Again, super bright. So, man, this is Aiden. Feel how hot the flashlight is on the end.
How?
Yeah.
Why'd you make me do that? That hurt.
Sorry, was trying to just demonstrate how hot the light gets. That's something you want to take into account when you're picking out a flashlight. So lots of options on this light. The enhanced features might put this a rung up the ladder to me from my favorite MX1 Striker. I don't know. Oh, it's a tough one. It really is. If we take a look at our glow-in-the-dark material, though,
It's still lasting.
it's still bright. It's still very bright. We think I can take it inside, do a little wrap up.
Yeah.
I love the features on this light. I don't know if anything is ever going to supersede my love of the Striker. Simply because everything about this to me, I've grown really attached to it. But if I really had to judge, if I had to make a decision, taking emotion totally out of it, based on weight and features and durability and stuff, I have to say, and I don't want to admit it, but the M2R I think would probably get a leg up on the Striker. There's still something about the Striker that I love. It does not do what the M2R does, though. It just doesn't. 8 different modes. The quality of the light that it throws out, the amount of light that it throws out, the way it feels in your hand. There's definitely a grippier feel to this when your hands might be wet or in gloves or something than you have with the Striker. And I love the Striker. It's my favorite EDC light, but there are some definite points that the M2R gets over the Striker. So this is a really hard one for me. You know, if I was in a competition where I had to choose one over the other, I don't know. But I think that the M2R definitely has a lot of merit. And coming from one of the light companies that I respect the most, just my opinion only, this is something that I think I'm going to have to really seriously pay attention to, give the opportunity to give me some service and see what it can do for me. Because I have a feeling that the M2R might knock the Striker out of its first place in terms of my favorite EDC light. I think it can do some really cool stuff. So I guess that's about it. So remember, check the video description for a link to the Olight Elite sale event they have going on. I am going to be spending some of my money at that sale. 30 to 40% off on a lot of their different stuff. Also check the video description for the links to my other Olight reviews if you want to check them out before you go and see what's up there. But I know I saw the PL Mini. I know I saw the M1T on there already. I imagine the I1R is going to be on there too, but I have videos of all those. I haven't looked at the whole catalog of what they have on sale, but I know that it's something big that they really wanted me to try to get this video done for in time for, so people could take a look at what they have to offer. So I'm going to be stocking up on some stuff because they've got some cool stuff. They really do. So Anyway, what are your thoughts on the M2R? Anybody else kind of want to talk about the difference between the M2R and the M1X? Or compare the M2R to anything that you have now? Good or bad, you know? It doesn't have to be like an M2R Love-a-thon. Do you not like this light for some reason? Is there something you didn't like about its performance? You know, let me know. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you found it entertaining and educational. Entertainmental. Or edutainment? I don't know. But anyway, me and Aiden are going to play flashlights. Maybe have lightsaber wars with them. I don't know. What I do know is that you guys are all absolutely awesome. God, I'm cheesy. Sorry. But you are. You're all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And we will be back again real soon.